Hello, this is Rodney VanAlstine, living well on half an acre. We're going to split some wood today. In earlier videos I showed you how to cut wood with a chainsaw and how we split wood with a log splitter. But back before there was log splitters, they used different items for splitting wood. One being a single bitted axe. And this is a good axe for splitting wood. I've used it a lot of years. I put a handle in it just recently. But another item is a good old-fashioned splitting maul. This here has been around for a long time also. Been used and abused. Alright. And also something called a wedge. These are solid steel wedges, and if you have a block of wood that's really hard to split, you can put this set this up and hit it with a hammer and drive it through. And if you have multiple wedges, you can split just about any block of wood that you can come across. And I'm 49 years old, and I've yet to come across a block of wood that I could not split by hand. I've even split ones as big as this very easily. Well, maybe not so easily, but I've done it by hand. And today I want to show you how these different items work. We'll start out with the axe. With an axe, there is a trick. There is an actual trick to splitting wood. You don't just sit here and chop it into the wood. I mean, you can do that, but sometimes it'll get stuck. What you do is it takes practice. But when you hit your wood, you want to twist your axe so it'll split. You got to hit it really hard to be able to do it. See, just like that. And it'll split. Just like that. Alright? Right there is how you do it with an axe. With this is a little bit different. I mean, you can kind of try to do it like you do with the axe, but it's a lot heavier, and you don't have to actually do it like that. You can actually just drive it down in there and it'll split, because the weight of it is just big enough and heavy enough to force it down through. And this is how you split wood back before they had log splitters. When you get some that have a knot in it, like this one here has a knot going down through the center because it had two branches coming off of it. When you get something like that, you want to do quite a different approach, and I'm going to back you up a little bit to show you a little bit of my approach so you can see how I actually do it. But you have to remember to stay in control of your tools, because this is a dangerous task. And if you got people sitting around you or standing around you, you know, people could get hurt if you're not in control of what you're doing. You've seen one way of how to do it, you know, just coming down with it, no problem. But when you get a tough one, you got to give it a little more force. So what I do is I go overhand blow. And then your handle comes off. Check that out. But you got to be careful. This is a tougher block of wood. I don't know if you can see. You look at this block of wood here, and you can see how it has that knot going in it. And there's actually two of them where two branches formed. This is like the base of two branches. But it's still able to be split. You just got to be in control of what you're doing. Done before they had log splitters. And this is why men back in the olden days were so big and strong, because they got plenty of exercise. Now you can see what kind of knots there are in wood. Sometimes, I don't know, some people like think this is too much like work, you know, and they want to have that electric heat and just rather pay the bill. But sometimes things happen. That electric company ain't always going to be there, so you got to learn how to do things the old-fashioned way. This is Rodney VanAlstine, living well on half an acre. Shepherds Path Farm. Y'all have a blessed day. This is how we split wood.